Alright, so here's my match. I wasn't gonna commentate this, but then Marth didn't actually post the video of himself, so I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna give some commentary, just so I can share my thoughts, share some background information on this game, because there was a whole win streak, of course, beforehand. This is just an early game, so there's not really much to commentate here. I'm just trying to send a bunch of C3s just to get my C3 up, because I realized with sakuya, getting your C3 up at least till around level 5-ish early on is important, not because you're gonna do much with the C3s early on, but more so because later when you send bosses, those C3s are gonna help pressure and then force defensive maneuvers, if that makes sense. So right now that's what I'm doing, and I want to get my boss up too every now and then. It's just about leveling up anything I can in the most efficient way possible. And so yeah, he's gonna level up his boss. And yeah, he's at a level 5 boss, and I'm at 5-2, and he's at 2-5. So his boss is a little bit dangerous for me. But it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna send bosses now, and we can level up everything and even the playing field. And he does a very nice, very close up and a bit scary of a C4, but he's Marth, so he isn't really afraid. And I send my own boss, and well, Marth is doing okay, but then he sends in another attack. Now I'm a little bit stressed out here because I have a cameo on me, and the thing with sakuya is there's no pierce or anything. At least he's playing reisen and his thing can pierce, but I can't pierce. And I actually got hit there. It's just kind of a dumb hit. I got hit in time stop, if you saw that. Pretty stupid of me. And yeah. I maxed out my attack, as you can see. My C3 is maxed out, and somehow he actually gets hit. Even though I didn't have a boss there, he already killed my boss. Which, unlucky, it happens. And that was actually pretty even. I got hit randomly by accident, and now he did too. So he's doing all right. But actually, my things are higher level if you notice that right there. So, and I have my C3s ready, and now I can pressure him even more. So now he's in a bad spot right here. So he C2s, and I'm in a kind of bad spot too. But then I kind of ego it out, and I get lucky enough. But then here I got hit in time stop, and I somehow was able to C2 that. So I mean that was pretty good. You could kind of tell that I'm very much of a macro dodge type of player. And then I see all this, and I'm like, yo, this is kind of too much for me. I C2, and you can see here, like, I have to really get pushed into like thinking I'm about to die in order to C2, which is not really ideal. Usually, if you're thinking about to die, you should just bomb. Which that has been me in the past, but I mean I've learned that you have to look ahead sometimes in order to figure out. Now here I actually used my C2 kind of early, my C3s kind of early on Marth, and he could have defended that, but then he chose to reflect. But it's fine. Now he messes up here and accidentally bombs, so now I'm actually at an advantage. However, I believe he has just a little bit more energy than me, and he sends a boss. I get my boss up pretty shortly after. I get a really nice C4 bomb, and then accidentally get hit in time stop like a complete buffoon. But it doesn't matter. I get the bomb off at least, and I don't die. And he also death bombed. So actually now we're evening the playing field here. I death bomb with the C2, which means my death bomb is completely gone, my window, which is fine. And then I get hit again, and now it's finished here, right? Like I'm just gonna lose this round, and I'm gonna probably lose the match, right? But the pressure is gone now for just a moment. And now I accidentally mess up, and oh my god, look at that! Like I forget to let go of the C4 in time. So like here I'm thinking like, yeah, there's no way I'm winning this, but like I know I'm just gonna lock in regardless and just, you know, play the game. Just click some buttons and hope something happens. And try to play well. He sends his boss back, and you know, he's only a little bit lower level than me, so, but I don't have too much going right now. Like, I could pressure him a little bit, but then I'm waiting for him to use up his bar. And he uses his bar, so then I send the C3 immediately, which now he's in a bit of trouble, but, you know, it wasn't so bad. Because he just killed my boss anyway. Now I'm in some trouble myself. But I'm able to send a boss back quickly, so now he has to focus on that. And maybe he won't stack a bunch of attacks. And actually he dies, which is very, very nice for me. So now I actually have, you know, some pressure on him. Yeah, that C3 was a little early, but it didn't matter because, you know, I'm getting my energy up pretty quickly. Now I realize he used his he used energy, so then I send another C3. And yeah, like he's under some pressure, but then my pressure runs out. Like I don't have any energy anymore. So now I realize, oh shoot, now I'm in it for a counter attack. But he actually doesn't send it immediately, which I think if he did, if he sent it any earlier, I would have been in trouble. But in any case, it was good enough that I bombed. So I guess it did work. And I was trying to get my bomb up, but I accidentally charged it too early. But I realized if I don't get this now, I'm gonna be in deep, deep trouble later. And for him, he has to wait for my bomb, for my boss to die. So he couldn't send it. He couldn't really send anything. It would be a waste of a C3 because my bomb, I mean my boss is almost dead. So. Oh, and he has low energy. I see that again, and he actually gets hit by my tension C3, which is really nice. So I realized, oh shoot, he's still under some pressure. I can send another C2. C3. Oh. And he gets hit. Surprisingly. I'm like, what? I didn't lose a life and I beat him? So yeah. Some surprises, for sure. You know, this is, again, this is early game, so doesn't particularly matter. But he has way more energy than me, as you can see. Which is, you know, means you can still come back for this. I actually have lower levels though because I lost in the I mean, sorry, I don't have lower levels. What am I smoking? Like, I meant to say that since I won the second round instead of the first, it gives you less energy, less levels in the third round, which is a bit annoying. But it's fine. I'm in a bit of pressure here, but this isn't so bad. Probably because he just maxed out his things. So, but you know, now we're even again. We have like around the same energy. He just used up his tension. Now I realize, oh, I'm in a bit of trouble. I C2 there. So like you can see, I begin C2ing, but only when it's like dire circumstances, which is something I still have to work on. For him, you know, he's chilling here. I can't even send a C3 to him. He has full energy, so I don't actually send anything. I'm just gonna wait it out and kill my boss. Which, you know, this is something I've been trying to be mature about. I got a little scared because I'm like, oh, I might actually win. So then I had to bomb just for safety. But I realize it's okay because he died actually. So, you know, I still have more lives. So hopefully that means something by the end of it. But you know, sometimes not having a bomb is worse than not having a life in some circumstances. Because sometimes you're super deprived of energy, which, you know, maybe is only a problem that I face because I don't C2. But yeah, I mean, it's happened to me. Now you know, I accidentally get hit in time stop, but hey, I had my charge up to 2 and then I C2 there. Which, you know, you can see again, me being forced to C2 is why I C2, not out of like, not out of seeing ahead and realizing I can't really, that there's risks, you know. Like here again, like this was actually pretty good of me to hold it until the last minute, but that could have been a death bomb instead, and that would have decreased my death bomb window and just make things just hazardous in the future. Now he's actually under some trouble here, but then he C2's there, which I noticed, So then I instantly send a C3 back, and now he has to C2 again unless he could somehow survive this, which he doesn't. He C2s, and now I almost get hit in time stop again, but it's okay. Somehow I live. Again, he's reflecting. You can see there, like, oh, and then I realize, oh shoot, wait, this is probably the end unless we both do something. And then it's like, yeah, okay, I got out. And I send my boss back, and I get the F-bomb. I mean, that's what I call it, the F-bomb. It's just a, what, full meter pickup. Boom. Now he has a boss, and he hasn't sent me anything, but it's like kind of dense for him, so he actually has to defend. He can't send me anything right now. And this is when I realized, wait, I'm actually he's on the ropes right now. He's in some trouble here, and there's still no boss. But then, like a buffoon, I get hit. But yep, he's still in trouble though. You can see here, he doesn't have, he barely has a C2 here, in which he still gets hit somehow. Maybe there's some lag. Maybe it looked way harder on his screen in reality. But yeah, somehow I survived that, and he gets hit, which means now all of a sudden he's again really on the ropes. There's some real pressure. He's about to lose this match, but you know, anything can happen. And now look at this. I actually realized that, you know, things are getting difficult. So I realized I need to C2 more. This is like the end game. This round has been kind of long. So then I realized, okay, let me actually. I noticed that like it's not actually too bad like right now. I did C2 a bunch of the stuff away. Now I'm doing okay. And now I realized, oh wait, I should definitely send a C3 right now. And I do, because I realize he can't send back if I C3. And Doom, he C2s, he reflects, and now I'm back in business. But then my boss dies, and so then I have to get my energy up, or else I'm gonna be done. Now I realize, oh shoot, this is like bad. And then like I tried C2ing there, but then I ran out of energy because I just sent an attack. See that there's that issue, right? Like little attack have like a little bit too, I guess you'd say, trigger happy. But then I still get the win because I C2 anyway, and I somehow win. And you can see here I'm like shocked. This is like crazy adrenaline for me. So yeah, that was the biggest match of my win streak so far. I have had I've fought better people and I've lost a million times. However, I'm still undefeated in ranked. So, you know, I could make all the excuses I want about being, you know, just because you beat me 30 times in a row, it doesn't matter because it was all in ranked, you know. But yeah, uh, hopefully I can get better and actually, you know, not dodge the actual goats. You know what we're talking about. They don't need any mention. We all know who they are. Wait. Who put me on this list? What the hell? Yeah, so we're gonna have a rematch one day, and it's gonna be a pretty high profile rematch. I hope. Maybe it's only high profile for us too, but I mean, hey, I hope this somehow creates some sort of tension in the fight, in the coming rematch, and hopefully I'm gonna defend myself, show everyone that I am indeed not only the Jeff Bezos, but also the Alexander the Great of Daisenjou. Now I know that's a pretty big statement to make, but hey, I went I underwent a huge training arc in which I lost 30 times. So yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. Like this dude is just so good. He's just so good at the game. I don't know what it is, but he just does not die, and he just doesn't lose. There's nothing I could do. I mean, maybe one day I'll be even like 30% of his strength, but yeah, I mean these guys are the ghosts for a reason. I'm just saying like it was actually it was absurd. Oh, and before one final thing, I did actually play one more ranked match against Pear. Uh, yeah, and I did win. It was actually a really hard match, but Pear called me fodder after I reached #1 on leaderboard, and so I can't really take that. So I had to, you know, I had to run the fade, and of course, your boy won. And well, Look at these. This is the worst excuse of my life. Like Patchy can absolutely kill. And I was playing Sakuya. Sakuya doesn't even target the boss. She just shoots at freaking fairies while there's bosses. And God forbid a cameo appears at the same time. Yeah, it's over. And like I've actually had that struggle a lot. Like every single time there's like a cameo and a high level boss, like it's just instant. Uh, it's almost an instant bomb for me. Like I just can't kill it, or it'll just stay there forever. Like when I was playing against Pear, there was barely any like timeouts or anything. So like this excuse is terrible. Yeah, let me know if you want to see more commentaries in the future and want to see my replays and my games in the future. It's not something I do. Like you can see on my channel, I have like no videos at all. I made a Minesweeper tutorial, but like this is not something that I'm used to at all. Like, voiceovers, I hate the sound of my voice. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But hey, I mean, somehow I had some sort of confidence of doing this. That's just because I had high energy throughout. Like the Minesweeper one, I like it had a lot of thinking because I had to really think about what I was saying at every moment and make sure that I explain things clearly, which is pretty hard. And even though I enjoy teaching people, it's like it's not easy at all. So yeah, let me know what you want to see next. I am still working on my Touhou game after all. That is still on the menu and still being currently worked on, even though it's been months. So yeah, that's all from me. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.